Hello, one and all. This is Spare Time, and I wanted to introduce you to my industrial smelter that we have called the Monster Smeltanator. Okay, what is the Monster Smeltanator? Well, this is a device that I've put together myself through just figuring out how some of the mechanics work that will smelt items in about 8 times as fast as a single furnace by itself. Now there are 9 furnaces in here. Why is it only 8 times? Well, it's set up so that it will automatically distribute the items to all the furnaces pretty much evenly, except for the fact that Minecraft is not exact, so there are some little derps in there, but pretty much it distributes everything evenly. So you put in at the top, you just put in all the items you want smelted. It doesn't matter if it's different types of items or not. You just put them all in the chest at the top, and there's a chest at the top to put in the fuel, and it will automatically distribute everything across all the furnaces and do it in about 8 times as fast as if you're doing it in one furnace by itself. All right, so let's see how this works. I'm going to break this into a couple different sections here. First off, I'm going to talk about the pieces, the concept, and then the build. Okay, first we're going to do the concept here. The concept is based on the fact that 2 hoppers pulling out of the same chest, a double chest, will actually split the material that's in there. So here, let's take a look at this. Okay, here we are. We've got 2 hoppers pulling out of one chest into 2 separate furnaces. Now the redstone torches back here are currently making it so that the items are staying in the chest. These hoppers are not pulling anything. Now if I turn this off, the items will start to flow. If you look, they're flowing 2 at a time, 1 for each hopper. And we now have 32 items in each one. So that's the basis for this. We basically put this together several different times in order to keep splitting the material. All right, so let's see what we got here. Okay, here's how I elaborated on that process where 2 hoppers will pull from the same chest and break it into 2 halves. So all I did is actually copy that a couple times so it keeps breaking it down. So here's what I've got. Okay, here's how it looks. We've got one chest at the top, which breaks down into 2 other chests, which breaks down into 2 other chests each, then breaks down into each one of the furnaces. So the question is, we've got to be able to keep these to stop them, because if you put something in here, this top chest, it's going to flow down one at a time and just keep flowing straight on through. We don't want to do that. We want to hit it right here, put it in here, flow into here and stop, then flow into here and stop, and then go into the furnaces. So I made this, the towers. So here's what happens. Let's see how this works. Okay, I have a stack of coal here. So let's put that into this top chest. Right like that. As you can see, nothing's happening. Coal's still there. Now if I throw this lever, I change that. The ones on the bottom were lit, have changed to off, and these change to on, these change to off. So now that item is flowing through. There we go. And if we check now at this level, there's 32 in that one and 32 in that one. Perfect. Now if I throw the switch again, it's switched which ones are on and off again. So now these will start to flow. Look at that, it's already gone. Already gone. And we've got 16 in this one and 16 in that one. 16 and 16. And so once again, if I throw it again, boom, these will start to go, see, and done. And we have, oh, I had stuff in here. Hold on, let's pull that out. Error, error, mistake. Now it actually works fine because what happens is it will just back up into these hoppers here and wait for these to be emptied. And so now all of these have 8 in them, evenly distributed. So all you have to do is when you come along, you just put something into the top chest and it'll automatically distribute for you. You don't have to go into each one and put a certain amount of coal. You just put it in the top and it'll go through and distribute them out. All right? So that is the main concept and one of the major parts of my monster Smeltanator. All right, let's go over and take a look at what we did. Okay, on the finished product, here's what we did. We've got up here one place for putting items and one place for putting fuel. You could put this like up against a wall and have the floor coming out here so that, this would be, you walk up, you put something in the top one, put something in the bottom one, and then go flip a lever, and then it'll start working, or however you want to. But this is what I've got set up. Items go here. There's 64 there, and there's 64 coal there. So this is 3 sections. We've got one section over here which handles the fuel. Exactly what I showed you over there is right here. The same thing. Fuel goes down and feeds into the side of the furnaces, and that gives us the fuel. This top section here, this back side, feeds into the top of the furnace. That is all the items to be smelted. And we have the same setup on the back. The same ladder. Just one offset. And then down at the bottom, I have a row of hoppers to feed out of these and into a chest. So they collect them in one spot. So that's the 2 sections. We've got the fuel and the items. Then we have a clock. If you remember, over on the other section, we turn this lever on and off in order to get it to move the materials down in a certain time period. Well, I set up a clock to do that. It's a simple hopper clock set up by, I believe, Seth Bling or Etho. I can't remember which one. There's a clock setup. Those are sticky pistons. And what happens is, since these are going to be moving in full stacks, 32, we want 32 to flow in the hoppers. I used 32 items as the timer. So now, if I throw the switch, this is now going to, let's see how quick this works here. That is the first step. These are now flowing into here and getting split. And then the clock will move back. And that will now change it, so now they're flowing down into here. As you can see, there's one missing there, and that's probably because of some of the weird mechanics that happen with the hoppers and timers. But now you see, look, everything is getting fueled up there. That one has 6 in there, and it's got 7 gold. So we might have a little bit off here, but very quickly, you'll start seeing all the stuff coming to one spot. So we had a stack of 64 up there, and we've already got 24 into the chest. Okay, I think this is working well. It goes very fast, and all you have to do is put stuff at the top chests and walk away, do something else, and come back, and your stuff will be smelted here. I love this. This is so fast. This is perfect for if you're doing things like smelting lots of stone, cobblestone to make smooth stone, or sand to make glass, or clay to make clay bricks. Anything you do smelting, this will do a lot faster. See, there we go. And it's getting nighttime here. And what we'll do is I'm going to let this finish off, and then we're going to wander off, and we're going to start this build. There it goes. All done. We are all done. All right. That is the Monster Smeltanator. Okay, let's go build this. Okay, I've laid out the area here. You're going to need an 8 by 13 by an 8 tall area in order to put the Monster Smeltanator in. Now the blue area I've got set off to the side here as the clock. You can possibly move that to some other area, however you want to do it. You can possibly move it below the Smeltanator to make it a little bit taller, or however you play with it some. You'll have to figure it out. I'll go to the clock at the end here. But what we have to start with first is you're going to need a chest to put everything into. We're going to build from the bottom up. All right, so chest at the bottom and a row of 8 hoppers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. On top of those, we're going to put the furnaces. There we go. Now we got the basis. We're going to put the, we'll make a decision here. We'll do it this side. We're going to put the fuel into this side here. There's that. And then that's when you start putting the chests on here. 2 trap chests and 2 regular chests. That's the only way you can get them to sit next to each other. And you need to make the double chest. That's the only way it works for pulling them out evenly. At least I think so, but we'll go over that for right now. I haven't tried that. Well, we'll check into that, but I think this is what you're going to need to do. Then, once you got the 4 double chests here, you now need to put 2 hoppers, one going into each one of those, and into each one of those. And then you can just use regular chests up here. Then we go up a little higher and do the same thing here. One there and one there. But the chest is going to go in the middle. So we've got to do this. As you can see, they are now going in each direction. And we can put up here, we can put a chest again. There we go. So that's the fuel. That's the fuel line right there. Okay. Then we do the same thing to the other side. Going in the top, what that does, pardon my flying abilities, this will feed in the items that need to be smelted. Once again, we'll put 2 trap chests, 2 regular chests. All right, and once again, you know, this whole flying with holding the shift key is not easy. There we go. And then the same thing as what you did in the other one. One there, and then one into each one of them. There we go. Okay, so now we've got the two sides done. We've got the side for the fuel over here and the side for the items to be smelted over here. All right, now we need to work on the timing mechanism. Okay, so we need to have, let's see here, blocks along here. And redstone torches on those. This part's really easy to do. Then you just do blocks underneath these two. Oh, actually these all the way across here, leaving one off the ends. And then you just need two more over this top section and put two more here. There, now all of them are covered. And we need to do the same thing to the other side. Now notice that the torches are all across from the hoppers. So if you look here, we actually have to be up a little bit here. And there. And then we have to put, once again, just one less there. Oh, wrong place, there. So you get to see these mistakes and all. And two more here. And there we go. So now they're the same on both sides. Now we got to wire these up. In order to wire these up, you need to have a row along here. 2x2 platform area. This has already got it on the floor here. We just had to raise it up one level here. And that's when you put, now you can do one of two things. If you want to conserve resources, you can do like this and then connect them all up. Or this might actually make the timing a little better if you do this. Either way, it still works. I missed one. And then all you have to do is run them together. There we go. Now we have all the wiring set up. Now the hardest part, I think, to explain is the clock. We're going to now put, I gotta switch over to the other stuff we need for the clock. So hold on one second, I'm gonna switch over my stuff. Okay, here we are. We're gonna work on the timer now. I've got all the stuff I need for that. And first thing we're gonna do, you need two hoppers facing into each other. And I'm breaking my stuff. There, two hoppers facing into each other like that, and comparator on each side, block, piece of redstone, and 2 sticky pistons and a redstone block. Then, like I said, I wanted 32 items to flow through these, so I'm going to put 32 items in here. All right, so let's see here. We need to take, we'll do this one. There we go. 32 items. We'll go here. There it goes. Now it starts going back and forth. After the 32 items are done, you will see it shift back again. There it goes. Okay, and the way to turn this off is pick one side, doesn't matter which one, and throw a lever so it's always on. And then what will happen is it will run into this one and then stay there. So that's the off position. Once you figure out the off position, put this last piece of redstone there, and then it is all ready to go. It is all set up. Here we go. You do this. There. See, they switch. After it changes, there they go. That will alternate, allowing the things to come down through here at an even number. Turn it off, and it will stay at whatever point you turn it off at. Now, if for some reason you have to reset it, like I said, this does glitch sometimes because of the hoppers and the timing mechanism. Sometimes you'll end up with one more in one and less in another, and over time that could build up. If you need to reset it, all you have to do is one thing. Take out the furnaces, take out the bottom hoppers, and then just put them back in again. And you're done. That's all it takes to reset this thing if you need to, if it gets too clogged up in one area. And there we go. We have built the Monster Smeltanator, Industrial Smelter. All right, and this will work, like I said, this will work with as many different things as you want to smelt up there, and will help do it a lot more quickly. And let me know how this works, if you guys like it or not, and if there's any problems with it, let me know. I'll see if I can fix them. It's working for me right now on the Obsidian Gate server. That's what I've been using, and it works really nicely. If you have any suggestions or questions, please let me know. I do want to say once again that it doesn't work perfectly. Because of the mechanics of hoppers and timers, there's sometimes, and redstone, there's sometimes some slight delays in some areas which can throw off a little bit of the timing. But it's not that hard to reset. All right, if you guys have anything else, let me know. Otherwise, thanks again for coming by, and we will see you next time.